So we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though. Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't turn nobody with the trick, nobody. All of the gang and they come and get gang. Call me a river to do with my shit. Bad and boozy, bad. Cooking up dope with a boozy. My niggas is sad and moving. We got thudders and 100 round too. My bitch is bad and boozy, bad. Cooking up dope with a boozy. My niggas is sad and moving. We got thudders and 100 round too.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to your Thursday edition of Afternoon Betspresso. I am NZ. That is Vsauce. Over there is Just Suck. We are here for you people today. We finally got some sports back, so we're back in action today. We all know the best game in the world is tonight. Just kidding. Yeah, boys, how we doing?
And yeah, honestly, not even joking. I told you 9-game slate. All I've been thinking about is this one hockey game. One hockey game during their so-called All-Star weekend.
I know, bro. It's fucking insane. It's been awesome to watch. We've been so spoiled. If anybody wants to get a nice fat deposit bonus, go visit our sponsors at BetOnline. The QR code is above Sook's head, and you can put a nice wager on USA Moneyline.
Sure.
I need everyone in chat to stand the F up because I am outnumbered, all right? I got way too many Canadians on this board with me, and guess what? We got another one coming. But that's okay because we love him to death. I know that we're going to do a little game ski, right, Sook?
Oh yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and bring Rob up so he can join us?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. I gotta stay till I die.
Oh my god!
I was a little cold while I was waiting. I figured get a little blanket going here. What's up, Rob? Oh, it's the king himself, though. Respect,
sorry, guys, you didn't see you there.
That is
real quick.
I stand on guard for that man right there, Sid the Kid.
He will always be a
proper
kid.
spot.
I love it, Rob. I love it.
Oh, you fucking goat!
NZ, you too, man.
Whoa!
What else do I got here?
Let's go!
Ooh.
Let's go, Rob.
Let's go.
Rob.
How we doing, brother?
What's up, boys? Happy to be here. Big game tonight.
Dude,
Always
you
great to
good
have you.
to have you.
I haven't heard about it.
Oh man. Well, Rob,
Yeah.
I know you also have some NBA. I know we're going to get into some stuff with you. I know you want to show off some new gadgets we got going on. So, Sook, what do you got for us to get us started here?
We are gonna blind rank some of the greatest sports rivalries because of what we got going on tonight. We're gonna just hammer this through, boys. Do it nice and quick. Let's start off with a little bit of America's pastime: Red Sox and Yankees. Rob, we'll let you go first. 1 through 8. Where are you putting them?
Ooh, that's got to be up there, fellas. I think that's top 3. Is this just is this sports overall? Is this like just the major leagues? Is it
Teams and nations. with a little bit more focus on North America, no individuals.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them like number 2.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with 2 or 3. We'll
Yeah,
leave
I
the
was
number
thinking
1
the same
spot, but
thing.
yeah, 2.
I was thinking the same thing.
Red
Chat?
Sox, Yankees.
Yeah, America's oldest sport, in the biggest rivalry in that sport. Yeah, I think that's got to be top 3 for sure.
All right, next one up, boys. Lakers and Celtics.
But I mean, like,
Don't ask me.
Is it not number 1? The 2 most storied franchises in the league. Come on, the amount of times that they've met in the finals.
Is
I
there
don't
any
know.
country? Is there any country in this before I answer
Oh,
this?
of
Yeah,
course
there
there's
is. There
countries.
is. Okay, let's
4.
go 3. Let's go 3.
Four?
3. Come on, NZ.
All right. It's very historic. There's no argument there. No argument there.
Rob, you down for 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for sure.
NZ's talked me down.
Celtics, Lakers. It's a comfy spot. You got to leave number 1 open.
Yeah. We're already packed in the top, so let's see what else we got.
All right, next one up. We got Duke and North Carolina.
It's always been a good one. Doesn't touch my heart as much as the others. We got 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Rob, do you feel?
Yeah, that's appropriate for sure.
Let's go with
6?
6. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's lost its edge a little bit.
All right, now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty a little bit, boys, here. Canada and Russia.
Oh, you guys know better than me.
Rob?
Is there a big rivalry there? I didn't even know.
Yeah,
Mostly 80s and 90s and earlier, but kind of
I
tempered off.
I was going to say in this millennia, it's taken a back seat, especially in hockey. It's been U.S. Canada. They played U.S. Canada was the 02 Olympics, 2010 Olympics, but yeah, back in the 70s and the Cold War and all that stuff, it was with the Canada Cup in the late 80s and then the Summit Series in the 70s. Like back in the day, that would have been up there, like top 3 for sure. But nowadays, yeah, I'd say we have to slide that down near the bottom.
You want to do 8?
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah, it's even 8 now.
Let's go with 8. Rob knows ball. Rob knows
I
ball.
was just, in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know any history on this. So
yeah, it hasn't been relevant in about 30, 40 years. So
yeah.
All right. Michigan and Ohio State.
Fucking bold.
Fuck them both. What about 7?
Put them in 7.
Yeah, honestly.
I thought this was supposed to be storied rivalry and hatred. 1 from Kev.
Subjective, right? If you were on up
1.
your units, we'd probably have a different shakeout right now. But here we are on afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could live with 5 if I had to be, but I go 7. I'm a Penn State guy, so I fucking hate both of them.
All right. Next one up. This one I mostly just included for the movie from back in the day. I love that movie. USA and Russia.
Oh.
That's not a good
Again,
one.
another one that's very old again.
5?
I think we got to go 5. Yeah, I think we got to go 5.
5?
I mean, I think we all know what number 1's going to end up being.
I can't.
Let's see.
Oh,
I'm just going to
Avalanche.
Packers and Bears.
Number 1. Number 1. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's much of a rivalry when the Bears ain't done shit in a long time, right? Like it's really one-sided.
That's what I was thinking.
So
But
like
I guess 4.
4.
4?
4.
All right, boys. That's perfect then. Last one. USA versus Canada.
Let's go. We did it, boys.
I think that should definitely deserves being 1. Honorable mention is definitely Islanders versus Rangers, but you didn't care for that.
No.
I'm just joking.
That's another one from 4 decades ago.
But with the way that,
we still hate each other.
With the way basketball Canada is kind of shaping out, we might have a little bit more fuel to add to that rivalry. Pretty soon.
Rob, you changing this list or you loving it?
Jamie's toilet. Taco Bell, that might be number 1. But I'd say historically USA Canada hasn't been like too. It's been more of a friendly rivalry, but I think that's kind of changing right now. So tease up tonight nicely. Anyways.
Yep. Should we just jump in then, boys?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Rob, I'll let you go first. However you want to start. Basketball, hockey, whatever you're thinking.
Yeah, so I'd love to get into some NBA for tonight. Tee that up. We can go through the site real quick. Some top projections powered by BetAlytics, and then then I'd love to get into some Four Nations.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I got 3 picks for tonight. We're going to start off. We're going to jump right into our game markets here on BetAlytics.com. our new grading system. We got 2 game markets here. The first one, we're going to go Orlando Magic money line. And me and Vsauce were just talking behind the scenes for the show started about this one. Atlanta Hawks, extremely popular play amongst the public tonight. That's pretty much due to the public just kind of blindly looking at the last couple seasons. Atlanta Hawks have absolutely dominated this matchup in the last 2-3 years. I think they're 8-2 in the last 10. If you look into it, though, completely different team for Atlanta. There's no DeAndre Hunter anymore. They're missing Jalen Johnson tonight. They're starting an extremely young roster tonight. Trae Young's the youngest, will be the oldest guy in the floor at 26. They got a bunch of 19, 20, 21-year-olds with Daniels, Risacher, and Mohamed Gay. They're all 19, 21 years old. Anyways, diving into the data a little bit. 5-star projection on BetAlytics.com. What goes into a 5-star projection is our projected win probability, the game score projection, edge or value, and recent trends. So we're projecting a 60.3% win probability for Atlanta, 3-point margin of victory. And just some things that the model liked about this game is certainly defense for Magic. Despite their, under 500 record, they got the second-ranked defense in the league based on points per game. And even the last 3 games heading into the break, they were holding it down even better than that at 103 points per game. So model's just really expecting Magic to shut down this very young, inexperienced Atlanta offense and roster tonight. And also Trae Young in the last few games versus Magic has struggled versus the current state of this Magic defense. The last 2 games he's played them, he's only managed 19 and 18 points, way down from obviously his career and season averages. So 5-star projection, like I said, there's a lot of things that go in these 5-star projections behind the models, but since we launched this new version of the BetAlytics 2.0, these 5-star projections are hitting 64% since February 6th. So these results are all tracked in our new members-only community Discord, so you get a lot of cool perks if you join, and you get access to that as well. So there's that's one 5-star projection that we're leaning on tonight is a Magic money line. And like I said, it's an extremely popular play too. I'm seeing up to 70% of the public on the Hawks tonight. Obviously, just kind of blindly looking into the past matchups for this. So we love when we're fading the public on a strong data play.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this too, Rob. You and me were in the DMs talking about this too, and even just from my eye test, you can see this Magic team. I think they're kind of they needed this break. They needed this week off. They've been wheels have been falling off the team. Offensively, they haven't been there. Paolo's legs don't look like they're underneath him right now. And I think going into Atlanta against a defense that has been bottom 5 this entire year, that plays at a high pace and is now missing key pieces, especially in the middle, I think that this is a great spot for this Magic team to kind of come in and get a statement win. Like you said, Rob, public's all over the Hawks team. They're 1-4 over the last 2 seasons, 2-8 over the last 2 years, or over the last 10 games. It's been bad, but this Magic team is different. This Franz Wagner that we've seen this year, he's playing a lot different. And if Paolo can just get his shot back to where we saw early on in the year, everything should be fine for this Magic team, and they should squeak into the playoffs too.
Yeah, for sure. You're not going to see it's not going to be an exciting offensive game. Like I said, the model's really leaning on the Magic defense for this one. If you look at the projected score here, 112 to 109, it's just it's going to be a race to 110. Whoever can eclipse that 110 mark is going to win this game. And yeah, we have the Magic doing it, and their defense, shutting down very young Hawks roster tonight. So yeah, definitely like the Magic to flip the script in this kind of head-to-head matchup here tonight.
We might have to clip that when somebody scores 110 and wins. When somebody breaks that 110, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'll be watching for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Moving on. Scrolling over here, we have another 5-star play. That's Cleveland -13. Big spread, but this is our top projected spread based on win probability tonight at 57.5. Obviously on spreads -110. If you're getting almost 58% win probability, that's a good edge there. Yeah, obviously, like I said, big spread, but we're looking at one of the arguably number 1 team in the NBA versus a bottom 5 team. Fully healthy for Cleveland. Coming off the break, fully rested. this game should play out just exactly like you think it would for a top team versus bottom team with no injuries and full rest. So Cleveland, you're looking at the number 1 ranked offense versus number 27th ranked offense for Brooklyn, who still has no Cam Thomas, their top offensive player, 24 points per game this season. If you look here in the projected score, Brooklyn, kind of barely breaking 100 points in this game with a 104. We have Cleveland projected to win by 16 points. So, and one thing we do on the site, like especially if you're adding these into parlays, don't be afraid to look at the projection, and even you can even water these down a little bit. I did take Cleveland straight up because it is a 5-star play, but in some of my parlays, I added them in. I watered it down to -9.5. You can still get that at like -165, which is in a parlay still adds tremendous value. And like I said, we have them winning by 16 points, so that gives me like a good 6-7 point margin. But if you're looking for a straight, I love Cleveland -13. Like I said, fully rested, best team versus a bottom 5 team. This game should just play out exactly like it should do a blowout.
Let's go.
Okay.
What else you got on the PA realm?
Yeah, those are our top game markets, and then we can shift over to the player prop side. We're going to go back to the Orlando Hawks game. Our top player prop of tonight is Goga Bitadze. I took him over 6.5 rebounds at -160. That is a watered down line. I think his normal line is 7.5 at plus money. I think it was plus 105 or plus 110. You can attack that because if you look here, we do have him projected to get over 8 rebounds, 8.2. Just to be safe though on this one, because he's an interesting player to bet on just because of his minutes. His minutes per game or his rebounds per minute, he's an absolute beast. He's one of the best in the NBA with his rebounds per minute. But they like to start him, and then in the second half, they take him out and they run Wendell Carter, and they pretty much end up splitting minutes every game. But this guy, like he'll rack up 4, 5, 6 rebounds in the first half all the time, and then ends up getting subbed out. However, though, I do kind of want to show you guys this is the brand new feature on BetAlytics.com. I said we were going to add some trends tools, and we did. So this is our new trends page here. Just type in the player that you want. Bitadze, you can pick the market. We're going rebounds, full season. Even on the full season, he's still even playing half the game. He manages 8+ rebounds in 58% of his games this season. And then 6+ rebounds in 67%. So if I'm taking him to get 7, he'd probably be in that 62, 63% range. And then his last 10 games, his minutes have been down. So 8+ rebounds, he's only 40%, but 6+ rebounds, 60%. So I'm going to water him down just a little bit in case he does get minutes restricted again to 6.5 for him to get 7 rebounds. -160 on our projection here. We have him over 7.5 to get 8 rebounds. It's still 55%. So watered down to the 6.5. You can get that on FanDuel -160. That'll probably take him up into the 60% win probability range. Like I said, this guy's a monster on the boards. He just, I just wish they would let him cook a little more. But
that is such a cool feature, Rob.
Yeah, then I'll go back here. We're also going to build this out. This is still just a brand new stage 1 tool. But it just gives you a little, just check out the trends a little bit to give you additional research on the projections. So we have every player here, the main markets, points, assists, rebounds, threes. And then, if you guys have any feedback or any things that you would like to see added onto this, let us know, and we'll see if we can get them up there.
Dope.
This is really dope, Rob. Yeah, from everything I've seen, I've been messing around a lot with it over the last week and a half since you were on here last. And a lot of the upgrades you guys have made are fantastic. The mobile app is really nice as well. The Discord is also a really nice addition, I must say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. Yeah, so those are the 3 NBA plays I have for you today. We're going Magic Moneyline -120, Cleveland -13, -110, and Goga 7+ rebounds at -160. You can also we do have them projected to get 8+, but like we said on the trends thing, obviously your probability and your probability is going to go down a bit. So I don't mind eating a little more juice on him. He's a monster on the boards. He usually gets 6 to 7 every night. So
yeah, love Goga.
Just additionally, because we're talking about Goga, I was looking at this earlier today. His blocks prop. He had 4 last time he played ATL. played like almost no minutes. 1.5 is sitting at plus 100, and ATL also ranks in the bottom, 10, I believe, in blocks allowed to the center position. But just for some fun little props here in this one.
Even like Rob was saying, you wish this guy played more in second halves. If you see him playing over 25 minutes, close to 30, his assist is hilarious as well.
Yeah. It's a case like you see with Anthony Black and Cole Anthony. It's whoever's got the hot hand at the moment. That's who is going to get the playing time.
Yeah, for sure. Wendell Carter's a good player too, but yeah, I wish they would let this guy cook a little more. He's been a monster on his stats per minutes, anyways.
Hey, Rob, can you quickly just comment on this a little bit? Because I know the new system for users that you already have, it's changed over to WAP. If you just wanted to take 10 seconds and talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very simple sign-up process to migrate over if you already had an account, BetAlytics.com. Austin, do check your email. We sent a very concise, detailed, instructions how to migrate over. Basically, you just got to click the WAP account that we sent and just follow a couple instructions, couple clicks. It's not very hard. If you don't see the email in your account for whatever reason, just give us a shout and we'll send it over to you.
Dope.
Sweet. Awesome. So, I mean, I know these two clowns. I mean, the other two guys are going to want to talk more about the NBA. So, you want to get into Four Nations, and then you could tee it up for me to continue, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into Four Nations. So, I'm not going to give out my Canada money line play. We know I'm biased. There's no data that in the world that's going to suggest if you're Canadian or if you're American to flip your picks. So,
there's some data right here. No, I'm just kidding.
Obviously, if you're Canadian or American, you know what your pick is there. But I do have a pro tip that I think is a pretty good strategy to attack this. So the money line is split minus 110 juiced on both sides. Instead of attacking that, why don't we seek some MVP value here?
Ooh.
I wish I could bet on this stuff. My freaking stupid state doesn't allow me, but I love it. What do you got?
Talk to us, Rob.
Can we just take a second to admire NZ? Look at this. This is fantastic.
I'm going to be running around my house and my front lawn later with this, baby.
I'll give NZ the credit, though, because he's been a hockey guy, but everybody else on the timeline is all of a sudden a hockey guy. Miss me with that, okay? All right, sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, so like I said, it's juice on both sides. Obviously, if you're Canadian American, you're gonna take your pick on that. But I'm really looking at some MVP value. FanDuel 365, all the main books should have MVP options. You can go if America wins, it's probably going to Connor Hellebuck. I would think no one on America has on the player side has I don't think they've really stood out more than the other ones. And if they win tonight, I'm sure it'll be a huge reason will be Hellebuck. So you can take if America wins. I'm assuming Hellebuck's going to get it. You can take him at plus 220 for the tournament MVP.
That's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
Vice versa on Canada, you can get Sidney Crosby MVP at plus 375. I was looking at this yesterday; it was even plus 450. So I think some people are catching on to this, and they've lowered his points by almost 100 on that. I think Crosby's by far been their most impactful player. The 3 assist game with the highlight reel assist in game 1. Game 2 was quiet, but so was all the offense other than the McDavid goal. And then last game versus Finland, he seals the deal when things were getting spicy with a huge hit at center ice. Highlight reel empty net goal, which you don't see a lot. That was just a pure captain play right there. Plus, if it comes to close between, I'd say it's only him and McDavid right now. I'd say unless McDavid goes off for 3 points, 4 points in this game, I think it's going to Crosby. And if they win, I think Crosby will be a huge factor again. So you can get Crosby at plus 375 MVP. If they win, like I said, I think it's going to him. But even if not, if it goes to McDavid, you can still get him at plus 310 as well. So I think there's only a handful of options on. I think there's only I think Hellebuck's a guy in America. So if they win, it's probably going to him plus 220. And I think there's only 2 guys in Canada plus 310, plus 375. So I think it's a no-brainer just to attack some MVP value instead of the minus 110 juice. What do you guys think about that?
I love that.
Yeah, I like it. I was talking with a few of the guys too, and a lot of people are predicting overtime. I mean, for regulation ties plus 330, something to think about as well. I know there was some I don't know if there was confusion with you guys, but for me, there was some confusion on what the actual rules for overtime was. So it is going to be playoff style, 5-on-5, 20-minute periods, which is going to be sick if we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love those. I love those looks. I wish I could fucking.
I love the
Just say-
Hellebuck look because he's been awesome for Winnipeg. So it's like it kind of fits in if the NHL's trying to build a narrative for him. If the US wins, that's a good pick.
He's
Yeah,
allowed
and then-
only 4 goals in 3 games.
Mhm.
Oh no, I'm sorry, 2 goals in 2 games. One in each game. Because I just realized Ottinger played the other game.
Yeah. And then, let me blow your mind with some value here. If it doesn't go to Hellbuck, the odds get crazy with the American team, but you can go down to Zach Werenski. I think he's been their best player. If you want to
Amazing.
single out a
Mhm.
player, him and Crosby are leading the tournament of points with 5. He pays 16-1 for MVP. If he has another big game, and
Did you hear your Venmo just go off? I just sent you some money for me. I'm joking. He looked too. I was just joking.
You looked.
yeah, man, let me know. I can place a bet for you. See, Werenski 16-1, and then Jake Gensel behind him. I was staring at 18-1. He had 2 goals versus Canada. In the first matchup, if he has another big performance, they could maybe slide it to him or Werenski. If Werenski ends up leading the tournament in points because he's tied with Crosby right now, 18-1, couple sprinkles, one of those guys. You never know.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, definitely. I love all those looks. I mean, depending on what he does tonight, Matty Tkachuk or his brother could be possibly in there, depending on what they do. I mean, if they score 2 goals again and they have 4 goals in the tournament, especially if one is a game winner or something like that, could possibly throw them in there. Not 100% sure, but I like all those looks, definitely. I agree with Crosby and McDavid as well.
Did we get any Brady Tkachuk news? Is he it would take like a gunshot to keep him out of the game?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw this morning that he was in practice and he played. He did the whole practice and he was fine. I did see though. I was looking earlier, and he still had the caution sign next to his name. Let's see if they remove that.
As of 5 hours ago, the official NHL.com website says that they are expected to play.
Can I also say how sick it was that they're just like, we're calling up Quinn Hughes because we need reinforcements. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even talking shit. Like, that's just a sick concept that you can just like call somebody up, like, hey man, we need you for this game. Show the fuck up. That's an insane concept, and I love it.
Yeah,
I don't know how you make the fucking team to begin with.
I don't know either. I was shocked when I saw that, but
He had to have chose to not join. I mean,
it adds like a storybook kind of feeling to it. You know what I mean? Like it's a little dramatic that I'm here, little drama I'm here for.
Yeah, last I heard, the Canucks didn't clear him to play. Like he was at their practice the other day, non-contact jersey. So,
yeah, he's not coming. No, he's not coming. He's not coming. Tkachuk and Kreider are game time decisions. Everybody else is ready to rock.
Yeah, and then I'll touch on this in the chat. Dig that 23. I did want to talk about the under. Actually, you just reminded me. And then I can get out of here and let you guys cook. But the books are 100% expecting an under, specifically a 2-1 game. Total is 5.5, and they've chalked the under too. It's like minus 130, I think, minus 135 on a low total too. So. And then if you go into the exact scores, 2-1 either for Canada or US, they both pay the same, are the lowest odds out of any correct scores. So books are absolutely expecting another 2-1 game. Obviously, you can see that change maybe with an empty netter or something, but yeah, the books are fully expecting 2-1. That kind of tells me maybe 1-1 going into overtime too.
Damn, I wanted a 6-4 mess.
I know that would be nice for sure.
It would. It would be awesome.
You've seen America. Their defense. There was absolutely no room for Canada's superstars out there. And then if you break through them, you got to get through Hellebuck too. So, man, I think it's going to play out kind of the same narrative, and the books and their data definitely agrees because if you just analyze their odds, they're really expecting an under, specifically a 2-1er.
I agree personally. I think we see another hard-fought game. We don't see electric of goals on goals on goals. I think this is going to come down to physicality and skill, and I think we're going to see a close one.
Yeah, so I would avoid attacking a lot of anytime goal scorers, even though there's some tremendous value out there. Not expecting a ton of goals. However, a best bet of mine, I'm biased. I got his name on my back right now. I'm going to go Crosby point minus 128.
Love it. Love it.
He's the undisputed best international player in the world at 36. How old is he? 36, 37 years old.
He's 37.
Yeah, 36. He's been an absolute beast this tournament. Like I said, leading the tournament 5 points. If Canada wins, I expect him to have. I expect him to be in on a massive goal. So him, and then I'm just going to go with the 2 tournament leaders. Why not? I'm going to go Werenski point as all. You're getting plus value here, plus 122. So that's crazy value actually for tournament leader in points. In the NHL, he has like 60 points in 55 games or something. So he's just been absolute offensive production machine from the back end all season and in this tournament. So I expect nothing less from those 2 again tonight. So
let's go.
Yeah, love them both. You can even get a little spicy if you want to take Crosby for an assist if you really want. I'm sure it's probably like a little plus money or something, but you're 100% correct. For them to be doing something tonight, he's got to be involved. He's going to be with the superstars as it is anyways. You know, he is a pass first kind of player, I think, as opposed to trying to be the winner unless it comes to him. So he's definitely got to be involved 100%.
Yeah, assist or golden goal part 2 in overtime.
Yeah. Hey, do they don't? I guess it has to go to overtime before they allow us to bet on an overtime winner. Because I remember I've seen that before, so we'll have to see what happens. Because that's fun too.
Anytime NZ has like a little tidbit like that or something, he just kind of like mentions in passing on Twitch, right? I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just saying it's usually something that people should bet.
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about.
Food for thought.
Man.
Yeah. All right, Rob, you want to run through your plays one time before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at Magic to flip the script versus the Hawks tonight, minus 120. We're going to go Cleveland minus 13, one of the best teams versus one of the worst in a blowout. And then Goga Patatse, 7+ rebounds. And then 4 Nations, like I said, seek some MVP value in there instead of a money line or both. I'm looking at Crosby, Hellebuck, McDavid, Werenski, Gensel for some crazy value there. And then Crosby point, Werenski point.
Let's go. Which one do you want included in the Betty 4?
Good question. I'm going to go Magic money line.
Let's go.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Magic money line, and then if you want some 4 Nations action, I'm going to be biased, but I'm going to take my boy Sid.
Okay. Dope.
Solid plays. That line's real close in that Orlando game. I was looking at it when you were talking.
It is really close. I think the book's kind of underestimating a little bit, but we'll talk more about that. Mm-hmm. Rob's already gone over it. We love that.
All right, boys. Where are we watching tonight?
I'm watching at home, watching a bottle of tequila.
We'll crack the tequila here soon after this stream, but I'm going to link up with a couple of the wife's co-workers in town. We'll watch it at a bar.
Yeah, I actually have my own hockey playoff game tonight at 8, which I'm rattled about. I'm racing home right after. The arena's only around the corner, so I'm racing home right after, and I'll catch the second half anyways.
So you're going to get 2 dubs tonight.
2 dubs
one
tonight.
on the ice yourself and one for Canada.
Just know when you leave with yours, that's the only one you're getting tonight. Oh, shit.
All right, Rob.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you as always, man.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Appreciate you, brother.
Cheers.
Absolute goat.
Yes, always sir. BetAlytics is just growing and just improving. If you guys aren't tapped in, get tapped in with BetAlytics. You can use our code BNews, get 25% off of your subscription. They have all sorts of offerings from one sport specific, multiple sports, year. You could pay for it by month, by year. Mm-hmm. It breaks down to like a very minuscule amount per week, and it's worth having the tools to make your betting better. So highly recommend that as always. 100%. Gentlemen, you ready to listen? You guys ready to vomit? Here, let me do this so you guys can vomit equally. Right? It'll be like, I mean, I won't bore everybody. I won't kill everybody. USA all the way. they've been so fucking dominant, man. I love them tonight. Not 100% sure on who's going to be the star tonight. I'm all over Wierenski Point at plus money. I love that play from Rob. I was going to type it in our little thingy here, and then I saw it was there, and I was like, all right, I like when somebody's on the same play as me. But I think we see a hard-fought match. I'm really starting to lean overtime. I think I'm going to take that bet at plus 330. I was, a lot of the guys have been talking about it. I'm in a chat with a bunch of other hockey heads, and they've been talking about it a lot. And with how close the other game was, pull a goalie, we could have a 1-1, 2-2 game right into overtime. I mean, I really think this game goes under. I think it's going to be they're going to be focused on just beating each other down, not necessarily injuring, but just really trying to wear the other team out. And then somebody's going to have to take advantage of those opportunities when they come to actually score.
Well, we saw with the last game, it started with all those fucking fireworks, but the game really tightened up and became like whose defensive scheme is better, and it was US's.
Yeah, the goaltending is the key. I think Rob's right. I really like Hellebuck to win the MVP. Guy's got a 1 GAA across both games. I mean, Canada's allowed 3 games in each of their 3 games, so that's tough. I don't know who's in net tonight for Canada. I'm gonna assume Bennington because they've rode with him. Why sell out on him on the last game? Because Aiden Hill probably should have played one of the games, the last game probably against Finland, but
it's too late now.
I guess. Yeah, it's too late now. I don't think you take him out. But the problem is I think USA has Bennington's number, so that's going to be a problem for them. My other play is Brady Tkachuk, 3+ SOGs. He's a game time decision. I'm showing right now. He's going to play on the second line with his brother and Jack Eichel. They were the first line originally, these 3, but as long as they're paired together, I'm totally fine with that. He's hit his shots in all 3 of his games. This tournament, the last game, he actually had 2. He came out hurt in the 3rd period, got the shot, and then came off for the rest of the period. So he's a coin respecter, so keep that in mind as well. And honestly, I've been trying to pinpoint a guy for a goal all day, right? Just that sneaky guy. And I'm starting to think it's Chris Kreider like it was last game. He really he's big in front of the net. He's a big body. This is what he does for the Rangers normally with, crowding the net, blinding the goalie, et cetera, and cleaning up the garbage. And that's exactly what he did last game. I mean, he took a rebound and buried it right into the back of the net. I think it was within the first 5 minutes of the game, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the game against Sweden, of course. So plus 550 for him to score, great value. One thing Betsky and I have talked about nonstop on Puckett is the value that we're getting on this tournament is just absolutely insane. Just because there's so many good players, the prices are just crazy. I mean, Matthew Tkachuk is plus 310 for a goal. He's got 2 so far. Brady Tkachuk plus 350 for a goal. He's got 2 as well. Matt Boldy, I believe, he has 1 goal, if not 2, plus 480. Dylan Larkin, I think, has 2, plus 550. I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, everybody's not going to score, but there's some real value out here if you take a second and try and find your favorite, we'll say.
Because shop around, because you're getting much better value on your goals than I am. So shop around.
Yeah, definitely shop around. Kreider on one book the other day I believe he was like plus 300, and he was 475 on another book, so I took him on that one. Yeah, definitely always shop around. But for a game like this, I would, especially because they don't know how to price it. They don't know what to do, so now's the time to take advantage of it. That's really what I got for this game, guys. I'm fucking pumped as hell for this game. I do think USA wins in Boston on home ice. I really hope we don't hear boos tonight from anybody and we focus on hockey. I know it's not going to be the case, but one can hope, right?
It's always good to be filled with hope. It's better than the other things.
It's always worth trying, right? Yeah, man. A little history on our side tonight. It should be fun.
I think either way, it's going to be a historic moment for the NHL, for the hockey community as a whole. We kind of touched on this last week that the NHL depends on Canada's dollar, on all of the Canadians being bought in, and now it's really dope. I know V is mad about it, seeing all these new hockey fans, but I love it. I know a few years ago there was that one guy from St. Louis that went viral for becoming a Blues fan. So I just think no matter what, this is an absolute all-around W for the hockey world.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I know that like I'm sitting here like shitting on fans that weren't fans before, but that's just me talking shit. That's just me yapping. It's a great rivalry, and honestly, like I am one of those fans. You don't see me sitting here spouting about hockey 365 days of the year, nothing like that. I get up for these events, and honestly, the NHL has done a great job of getting people like me out of our seats and in front of a TV to watch hockey.
Yeah.
They did a hell of a job this year. That's for damn sure. It's just amazing. I mean, it's amazing to me the importance that has come behind this game. You know, it's crazy. A lot of fun though. It was a great job by the NHL this year. Hopefully
Yeah,
the NBA can take notes.
Yeah, that's a perfect transition to talk about the hardwood.
There we go.
And
What do you
sorry,
boys got
real
for us
quick,
tonight?
you know who? Were you the guy that wanted a turnover play last week and we took Nikhil Alexander Walker? Because that's smacked.
I
So
remember that actually.
I'll take a look. We'll find something else. V, you want to go first? What are you thinking tonight?
Yeah, so I got a couple of plays that I'm really liking. Let me give you the first one here. It's right here, Donovan Clingan, over 21.5 points and rebounds, minus 108. Now, this is a name that is going to become a household name. If he's not already, if you didn't watch him at UConn dominate the college basketball floor, right? Get ready to watch this guy in the NBA. He's played about a game and a half now as the starter after Ayton went down midway through that Nuggets game. He finished with 21 points and 7 rebounds. He did that on the road in Denver against Nikola Jokic. In the next game, he followed that up with 17 points and how many rebounds? 20 rebounds. How many offensive rebounds? 10 offensive rebounds. And again, who did he do that against? Nikola Jokic. This guy is a guy that can bang with the best of them. He's a guy that this Portland Trailblazers team is really trying to work into their lineup. It's just tough when you have a guy as skilled as DA is and to not put him out there. Clingan has been fantastic, and in games where he's seeing the minutes or in games without DA, he's averaging 7.8 points per game, 11.3 rebounds per game, and he's honestly just a guy that's really, really good. His line's sitting at 21.5, which is way higher than normal, but he also played 33 minutes last game, which is honestly, I think, the highest he's ever played in his career. The Blazers are ready to use him at center, especially with DA being out for an extended period. They were starting to win some games, and they went into the break on back-to-back losses. I do think that they get maybe back into the competitive zone. Maybe not a win tonight, but I do think that they keep this one competitive against LA, especially if Braun sits.
I love this one too, V. Forgot to put the banner in, but I do have Clingan as well. Kling Kong, I took him for over 10.5 points. I think no matter.
Don't stand up, V. Just sit.
I honestly believe, just like you said, no matter what happens in this game, 10.5 points seems like a comfortable spot for him. He's absolutely ginormous. The Lakers have Jackson Hayes on the other side, who is kind of foul prone, plays off his motor and energy. So Clingan, 10.5 points. I think the turnover play for who, I haven't pressed it yet, but it might be Clingan for 2 turnovers for plus money. It's priced wrong because Clingan has not hit this 1 turnover line for like 9 straight home games, but he hasn't played that much either. Some of the games that he does play in the uptick of minutes, like against Brooklyn, he had 4 turnovers. Against Houston, he had 2 turnovers. So it can happen for him. I'll find something else, but that's worth consideration as well.
Yeah, we can't go either with this. Kling Kong, that's sick.
Yeah.
It's Sohan PR, Ma. It's not an official play I'm willing to pitch, but I got it at 15.5 PR. I just think that if a lot of people need to understand that when you have a major player go out of your rotation, you're not going to change your entire game plan that you've been doing for 2/3 of the season. You're going to plug and play and see who can fit into that system the best. And I think a guy that can dribble and pass and shoot, just like Wemby can, he's obviously nowhere near the caliber player, but I love Sohan's PR at 15.5.
Yeah.
So what happened to him? He's got a blood clot, is what I heard.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to be. You can talk about this probably better than I can. Anticoagulants.
Yeah, he's going to have to be on anticoagulants for the remainder of the season. But the thing is, and that's why he's not going to play. I can tell you what didn't cause it, and that's the COVID vaccine. Like, I'll fucking say it. It wasn't the fucking COVID vaccine. I'm just saying, like, it hasn't been proven, but people with a marfanoid habitus, which is something he has, the increased, like, wingspan and all that kind of stuff, KD does too. You have sometimes increased, like, inflammation, stuff like that in your vessels, which can lead to a hypercoagulable state. He unfortunately has a blood clot, but for anybody to assume that it came from this or that is a huge stretch. Don't go doing that. But Unfortunately, he won't be playing for the rest of the year just because he does need to be on the anticoagulants. And him doing that, anything could happen during a game where he could suffer like traumatic bleeding and massive hemorrhage if he is to play on that stuff. So they're just not going to risk it. Unfortunately, his DPOY season has come to an end.
I was going to say, so if anybody's wondering, even though it's very hard to believe that V is in the medical field, so you can believe what he is saying. He's not lying. He's not lying.
I posted a picture with my wife on Instagram, and NZ's replied to it. He's like, I can just tell by the picture, you don't deserve her. And I was like, you couldn't be more right. Oh my God. But yeah,
yes.
I got one more place look, and then I'll let you get into yours. But it's sorry.
I was just gonna say, go see a doctor.
Yeah. Oh my God, no, please. I didn't even see that comment. Don't send me pictures.
Anytime you think you need to see a doctor, it's probably just best practice to go and do it.
Yeah, 100%. 1,000%.
That was a good one.
Oh, all right. We got Drew Holiday, and this is fully narrative based. But the thing is Drew's been in a bit of a slump, right? He has not been playing up to caliber this year. But a big thing is early on in the season, he suffered what they call a stinger, right? A stinger is when you just kind of hit your muscle right at the worst possible position where the inflammation, the swelling of the muscle kind of causes a nerve impingement. It happened in his shoulder. So what that left him with, I don't know if anybody watched that game, but he was just sitting there with like a dead shoulder, a dead arm. He couldn't move it. Now, that doesn't it gets better, but the thing is if the inflammation, if the swelling or anything comes and flares back up, he's going to be hindered. He's going to be, not getting his shot off the way he wants to. Because of that, he's been in and out of the lineup, but after an extended period of playing, he did have to sit out a little bit because the inflammation and the swelling did get bad again. But he's been on record saying it over this last couple of days that he's needed this rest. He hasn't played in 2 weeks. He's been off, and one of the last 2 games he played was against the Sixers team, a Sixers team that drafted Drew, that he played and started 286 games for, 139 of those games coming in Philadelphia. He had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in their last matchup. And if you look at the volume that he sees when he plays this team, you can tell that there's an emphasis on scoring the ball when he plays this former team. 15, 16 shot attempts. And last year, he was averaging 14 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, and 4.5 assists against this team. We know the Sixers defense has been bottom 5 in almost every statistical category outside of points allowed. And that's just because of their pace, not because of how good their defense has been. So give me Drew to kind of come back into this lineup for the first time this year, fresh off the All-Star break, to cook the Sixers team once again. Over 16.5 PRA just feels way too low.
Mm-hmm.
You may have said this. Did he play for them for a very brief time? He did, right?
He was drafted here, played his first 4 seasons.
With them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a starter for them for 3 of those seasons, 3.5 seasons. So he's got a long history in Philadelphia, and he cooked them last year as well. I just think he continues to do the same.
I like
Love
that.
it. Yeah, love it.
That's going to be my saucy 3 entry. It's Drew today.
Oh,
Or saucy
okay.
4.
All right. So I had obviously Kling Kong 10.5 points, but the other play that I really liked today was the Bucks money line plus 125. They're 7-3 in their last 10 at home, but they're 4-6 in their last 10 overall. They're kind of limping around lately. I think they need to win this one at home. Looking at BetAlytics models, they kind of like the over in this one, and they also liked Dame's threes. I think in a situation like that for Milwaukee at home against the Clippers team traveling after the All-Star break, dudes are going to be hobbling in after taking vacations. Some of these dudes were in Mexico for a week, so I think Milwaukee will be locked in. I also like it very much because I do think Giannis plays, who is on the injury report with a calf. But if he plays, I think they have a chance to win this one pretty handedly because this is kind of a narrative play. V, you're going to be happy. But Giannis said you're going to have to kick him out of Milwaukee if he's going to ever leave there. And then this morning, Shams is talking about, Giannis loves Milwaukee, but he loves winning more. So if that changes, he'll want out. Bobby Portis suspension, absolute insanity. V, do you believe him that he took it by accident?
I mean, whether he took it by accident or not, I'll say this. Like, as somebody who has, I don't prescribe anything because I'm not a physician, right? But as I've seen it prescribed countless times, it's something that's been prescribed to my parents after dental surgeries and stuff like that. It's one of the most mild opioids. Yes, there is an addictive potential there, but it's a very mild addictive potential when you compare it to other opioids that are given. I didn't even know that it was on the banned substance list. So when I saw this, I literally had to go pull up the NBA's banned substance. It was added last year in the springtime. So it could easily have been something that maybe the trainer forgot. Maybe it slipped their mind, right? He's in a lot of pain, things like that. And the thing is Toradol is what he was supposed to be on. The names are so similar. You know what I mean? I completely understand. I do agree with that guy who tweeted out, though, 25 games for this when Miles Bridges got 25 games for, like...
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be in the league, that guy.
That's what I said. But so is fucking Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, he's running around down in fucking Los Angeles, right?
You're right. You ain't kidding.
Oh, man. Slap on the wrist for one thing and then fucking brutal for the other one. It's really weird.
Ah, shit,
Really,
man.
really weird, man. But
Yeah, it's
anyways,
fucked.
without getting too much into that stuff, that's what's going on with that right now. Unfortunately, I think more than anything, it's a huge financial hit for Bobby because he's not going to get paid for those games.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
So these
So
guys make a shitload of money, but imagine losing like 25% out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, you just fucked up all your planning.
to anybody, fuck. I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
anybody.
He was on track for a possible sixth end of the year too. Like a lot of
Mhm.
stuff would have been tied to that award, kinds of, like bonuses, all kinds of stuff. And we don't even know what bonuses in terms of games played and things like that are in his contract right now that he won't even be able to fulfill now.
Real quick, speaking about awards, and because Z mentioned Wemby, the defensive player of the year went from the worst award you can absolutely bet on to like shop around. You can get odds. JJJ, former winner, he's fucking playing very good this season, was an all-star. The defensive player of the year might have just become a award you can absolutely snipe in the NBA.
Oh,
So,
shit.
okay, just because you know this guy and we got a couple minutes, thoughts on Dyson Daniels at plus 1,600.
The team
I
is not good
understand that
enough.
Jaren Jackson, he's run there to the favorite, maybe because he's won the award before. But in a game where now it's wide open, the Grizzlies defense has not been top tier by any means, right? We know that Dyson Daniels has been putting on, I don't know, and he's averaging like the
SGA.
kind of steal numbers that Marcus Smart did in his DPOY season.
Also, shout out Marcus Smart, not on the injury report for the Wizards tonight. But yeah, I think it's SGA's award to win now. I really do.
DPOY?
Yes, because that is a historic defense. He takes on challenges of taking on the best guys. His steal rate is so high. His on-off
Over Dort?
Yeah, I just think that they're gonna
I'll
voters
pull my
will
hair-
want to give it to SGA. I
I'll
just
pull
think
my fucking hair out. You don't even
you'll pull your
understand.
hair.
I'll pull my fucking hair out of like frustration if he wins DPOY. You don't understand.
If he wins DPOI, then you're gonna have to let people talk that he's better than Tatum, because
If
that
he
will
wins,
become the narrative. That will become the narrative.
Nope.
All right, should we cook the Betty Four boys?
Please.
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
think we got it. We got Holiday over 16.5 PRA.
Mhm.
We got Magic money line. I'm gonna go with Matthew Tkachuk 3+ shots over Brady in case there's some sort of lingering injury there, and then I believe Kling Kong for 10+ points.
Yeah, we can cut the hook.
Yeah,
That's what I
cut
was
the hook.
thinking, right? Because it's minus 130 for the 10. So I said, why don't we just cut the hook? Comes to plus 992. It's pretty solid four-legger.
Well, that'll do. You want to read it off for me one more time?
Yeah. Drew Holiday over 16.5 PRA. Orlando Magic money line. Matthew Tkachuk 3+ shots on goal. And then Donovan Klingon 10+ points.
I really like that. I feel like that's pretty surgical, no?
I was going
It
to
feels
say,
good to
seems
me,
pretty
man.
solid.
We got to cook up a lotto too.
I was going to say the next thing we got to do is put a lotto together.
Mm-hmm.
I think we start with Klingain 15 points. I think that'll be high enough.
I'm down for that. Yeah.
All right, I'm booking this now. I'm booking the regular guy.
And chat, we will post that when we get out of here. In
Regular
5
guy,
minutes.
not the lotto.
Yep.
Lotto's just for you.
I'm trying to find my lotto piece. Just give me a second here.
No worries. Sauceman, any thoughts preliminary on your lotto piece?
I gotta think about this now.
Should we take like how
What
much of
about
a lotto? You want to
what
take
about
goal
Soul?
scorers?
I was gonna say,
So
like, do you want to do a goal scorer? Wait, but he's gonna pick an American.
Well,
I
duh.
like-
There is two teams.
Should we pick a goal scorer, Tusuk? And then Klingane, and then 2 goal scorers?
What about Crosby for an assist, like NZ was saying?
So it's only plus 124, but that's actually what I'm sitting here debating on is Crosby for 2+ points at plus 400. And I mean,
Ooh.
if they're going to win, he needs to be involved in everything. He's playing on a line with Nathan McKinnon, and I believe, let me just double check Connor McDavid, but let me just double check that.
I like the PR. You know who? I like the PR.
He's playing with McKinnon and Reinhardt, which I mean, it's not McDavid, but that's nothing to sneeze at. So he's on the right line. I mean, the power play, I have to imagine, is the 4 monsters, right? Yeah, I mean, the power play unit is Crosby, McKinnon, McDavid, Reinhardt, and McCarr. So, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it pains me to take somebody for 2 points from Canada, but I feel more confident taking somebody for 2 points on Canada versus U.S. because I feel like things may get spread out on the U.S. team.
What about Reinhardt for a goal?
He can get behind that. He hasn't scored. He had 3 shots against the U.S. when they played last time. He's a bona fide goal scorer. He just hasn't been any. He just hasn't gotten the back of the net this time around. But I mean, I could get behind him. If we're gonna get crazy, if we wanted to go like crazy, I would actually pick Kreider at plus 550.
Ooh.
I don't even care that he's playing on the 4th line,
What if we did
and I hate the Rangers. Is all everybody knows.
Klingane for 15 is plus 310. This V, what do you got? If we got Kreider, Klingane for 15.
Then do we just take Crosby's assist and call it a day?
2 assists.
2
Well,
assists?
no, hold on. Let's take Crosby for 2 points.
Yeah, I'm down to
2
Crosby for 2
assists.
points. Kreider, Marchand, Demons.
2 assists would be plus 680, but you have to play that straight. You can't parlay it with anything. Listen, that's Marchand and his home ice. Ooh.
Oh.
You're just taking Marchand for a goal
He kind of knows where the pucks bounce.
or an
He
assist?
scored against. He didn't score against us. What's his point? His point probably is freaking plus money. Let's see.
Has to be.
Where is he? Why is he not on here?
I don't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, me either, right? That's strange.
So, do you have
He's
it?
I'm trying
is
to
he in
find
the
it.
lineup?
He should be. I don't see why he wouldn't.
Wow, they have him on the 4th line. Well, that alone says we cannot play. We should just leave him alone.
What about Marner?
That's weird, man. Him for at least a point is definitely happening. Plus 138.
Crosby for
Trying
2
to find
points.
something that's like
400.
juicy. That's why I was looking. Yeah, that's why I was looking at that. I honestly think he's going to get it if this, whether he scores an assist or 2 assists, he's going to be the one to do it. So
We're going to McDavid goal. What if we just cut the hook and we take
Why am I-
Big Jesus to bang, boys?
What is it,
We
like
could do
plus
that.
Plus
Plus
210.
210, I think.
NZ, real quick, any thoughts on the Calgary boy, Cal McCarr?
In what sense? He's healthy. He's playing. He's probably a top 3 defenseman in the league. He's on the first pair with his line mate Devin Taves. What do you need to know? He is. He's an absolute missile. I wouldn't mind taking him for an assist as well, but I think I'm torn between the goal or the 2 goal scorer. But the other thing I don't like about McDavid is I've seen so many people on him.
Yeah.
That's my only fear. I kind of like your Reinhardt pick, Sook. I think we go with that.
I'm down. I'm fully down for it. I saw people
Reinhardt pick
taking him
goal?
to lead the tournament for goals, and then he just kind of didn't.
He hasn't done shit.
Yeah.
He hasn't even scored, so he's due. I mean, Braden Point hadn't scored, and he finally scored in the last game, too. So I feel like some of these guys are kind of breaking through. This is a game that matters. I mean, it matters the most. I'm down for Reinhardt if you guys are. I mean, Crosby just...
Klingane, 3-piece.
You want to do a goal? Should we just do a goal?
Yeah.
I mean, it's plus
do away with
11,000.
We can take
Would you have
Klingane
your
out.
Kreider? You want to take him out?
Yeah, let's do a goal lay then. 3 guys.
So let's
It's-
do. All right, we got to put McDavid in there. He's obviously shown when the games matter, he's going to show out. So definitely got to throw him in there. On the USA side, I lean Matty Tkachuk. He's just such a fucking animal, and he's coming off a rest. He hasn't played since. So let's see, they played Canada on Saturday, so he hasn't played since Saturday. He's had 5 days rest.
This is gonna sound so stupid, but you know when you were a kid and like guys would get traded away and you'd be absolutely crushed. I'm 100% convinced if I was 11 years old when they traded Tkachuk away from the Flames, I would have bawled.
Been
my
that
eyes
long?
out for a week. No, I'm saying like
What do
it's
you-
the-
You think it's been that long?
Didn't he? He's only been in Florida like 3 years. Aren't you like 30?
I'm saying if I
I
was
was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god! Holy
bruh.
I had to. What can
dude,
I
that's
say?
how Mavericks fans gotta feel right now, man.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a
dude, I
lot
feel
of
bad
kids
for
that
them.
cried.
Can you blame him?
Holy. No,
I mean, shit. Can't blame
You
him.
wake up and your favorite
all right.
player is no longer like, oh my god,
and the guy they traded for ain't doing shit. He's already injured.
he's out for 2 more weeks.
See, my team got rid of my favorite player, but in the end, he really screwed us over with the way he left. So my love for him just went straight to hatred. And now I don't care about him because it's been so long. He didn't even make the freaking Canadian team, Mr. I'm so good. So,
Tavares.
Tavares?
yep. Because in the end, he was asked in February of the year that he actually left at the end of his contract. Are you going to stay or not? They could have traded him, got 2 picks for him. He could have went somewhere for the end of the season and then gone and signed with whoever. But instead, he told us he was going to stay. Then, boom, he fucking left and left us high and dry. So that shit's cold.
Yeah.
All right, so
feel
we
bad.
got
So let's go back to this.
McDavid,
We got McDavid.
McDavid, and Matthew.
I think we put Reinhardt in there
Sounds like you said the game's gonna be
because it was
2-1.
just it was a gut feel. It came right away. I like that type of stuff.
Okay.
What do you think, Sauce Man?
I'm so with it.
It's plus 5,000.
3-legger plus. I was gonna say 57.43. I
Woo.
think I have the little 10%
Classic.
boost that I could use. I have a 25% boost that I have to build something around. I haven't decided what yet, but I gotta cook up something. I do have. Oh yeah, I had to hide my phone because the goddamn thing won't stop making noise. And Sook's like, bro, you're fuck. He's like, you might as well just take your mic and throw it out the window. He texts me. Stop touching the desk.
I laughed so loud when I saw that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm booking that in. Reinhardt to score, McDavid to score, Tkachuk to score. Shop around. NZ's getting better odds than me. I'm getting plus 5,000.
Yep.
And don't forget the Betty 4. We got Magic, Moneyline, Klingane for 10 points. Drew over 16.5 PRA. And then Matt Tkachuk? Yeah, Matt Tkachuk.
Yeah,
3
Matty.
plus
Yep.
shots on goal. Why do we post
Yep.
it on the timeline here before we get started?
Yeah, we'll get that out for you guys shortly after this. I think. I don't know, boys. You got anything else? I think we're at the end of the show here.
No, that was good. That was fun, boys. See
That's
you.
fantastic.
I am NZ. You're gonna be using that to clean up your tiers. That flag. So keep it handy.
Oh,
Keep it
Jesus. Oh, jeez. Listen to
Stand
this,
on
guys.
guard for the.
I'll tell you. I got to tell you guys. I'll tell you after this. But chat, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, thank you for this past hour that you guys joined us. Shout out to Rob and BetAlytics. We appreciate you guys always joining us, friends of the program. As always, give us a follow at Your Betting News on Twitter. Join us on Twitch. I think we're just Betting News on Twitch. Join the BetAlytics Discord. We have a Discord. Join our Discord. Get a discount. Do all the good things that we have to offer for you guys. We have shout out to our partners at BetOnline as well. You can go click on that QR code and get yourself a deposit bonus to put on the game tonight. The Bossman, I believe, makes his return on Friday, right? He'll be back Friday for Sauce Team. Yeah.
It will be
So
back
he will
tomorrow.
be back tomorrow.
Our
It's tomorrow.
Lord rises tomorrow.
He is risen.
Don't
But,
cancel me,
well,
please.
now, in all seriousness, though, guys, we appreciate you. We appreciate Betting News and all you guys' support. And yeah, man, that's it. You guys have any last words?
I'm putting this up exactly how I think you're yelling it, Ma. Just so you know.
USA, USA, USA. All right.
C-A-N-N.
Came for the winners, and you stayed for the vibes. Peace out.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep.
Now I know we all be loving this shit
What
right
you know
here.
about rolling, rolling, rolling,
What you gonna do?
rolling, rolling,
What you gonna do, man?
down in the rolling, rolling, rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about